Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Recon, the role-playing game story, The Not-So-Secret Agent. Years ago, I was running 3 friends in a short Recon game. They were mercenaries hired to sneak into a foreign nation to make contact with a covert agent, take possession of some secret documents, and return them to the employer. It was pretty straightforward, should have been a cakewalk. I had designed the mission as an intro to a possible campaign, and the 3 players, John, Chaz, and Bill, were some of the most infuriating players I'd ever run in any game ever. They bickered constantly. They didn't get along. They were, I mean, I had run them earlier in other games, but this was a special one, a special event. Trust me. Their plan was simple. They'd been given forged papers to get past the border checkpoint, and from there they were to go into a border town and check into a specific hotel where the contact was pretending to be an employee of the hotel. The contact would get them the documents, and they would exit the same way. Easy peasy. Should have been a cakewalk, right? So they're in their old dilapidated car that fits in with the other, with the locals essentially. They had their papers. They had minimal firearms because they wanted to sneak in. It wasn't it wasn't like a Rambo rampage kind of thing. It was a covert. Okay, so it should have been easy peasy. That is, until Chaz decided to out them all. He literally told the border guards who they really were. When the border guard asked to see their papers, Chaz handed the forged papers over and said, this is what he said, quote, "These papers are forged. We're here to contact a double agent to smuggle secret documents out of your country." John and Bill were stunned. I had no choice but to play it accordingly. As a mission director, I had no choice. There was a hell of a firefight, and the border guards got a call for reinforcements out, and to let their superiors know what was going on before they got killed. The group, it should have been an easy cakewalk to get in. They had a series of encounters before they got to the border town. I had to ad-lib a lot because I hadn't planned on that. By the time they got to the little town, the whole town was on high alert. It was locked down tight as a drum. They had armed guards with dogs. They had a couple of armored vehicles. Machine gun posts were set up. I mean, they really wanted these guys. The 3 of them had to sneak in posing as garbage men. Luckily, a couple of them spoke the language, so they were able to get in. They hid out in dumpsters behind the hotel, in that alley there behind the hotel. And John snuck into the hotel posing as a maintenance man. He tried to locate the contact. In the meantime, a homeless vagrant spotted the other 2, and Chaz asked him, and this is exactly what he said, no shit, "Do you know where Nikolai Borovich is? He's got some secret documents we need to smuggle out of your country." That's almost a verbatim quote. Of course, the vagrant found the nearest cop and spilled the beans because there was a reward for their capture. And everybody in that area was broke well, they were all hurting for money, so the vagrant wanted the money. And right there, boom. Bill and Chaz were trapped in the alley behind the hotel, and in the ensuing firefight, they both died. John was asking around about Nikolai in the hotel, and he aroused suspicion. Now, it wasn't his fault. It's just he was anxious to hurry up and get done because when you're playing a role-playing game, his character didn't know that the 2 guys outside had been killed. But he was sitting in the room, so he knew. He was anxious to get the stuff and get out, you know? So he got a little over anxious and he aroused suspicion. Nikolai fled the hotel and was caught outside of town. So their contact was killed. John he wasn't able to get the documents, but he figured what the hell, and he tried to escape. He was caught trying to cross the border and he was gunned down. And it was a total party kill. Bill and John never asked to play any more games with Chaz ever again. And can you blame them? It's a secret fucking mission. You don't tell everybody what the fuck's going on. Ay, 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 ay. Luckily, this was a role-playing game. It wasn't real life. If it was real life, that would have been a hell of a bad thing. In a role-playing game, you could look back and laugh like we're doing now. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Vanguard 1, Devo Polan, a scientific representative from a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, has come to Earth to learn the one thing that humans do better than anyone else in the galaxy: to fight. In the sequel, Task Force Terminus, Earth is at war with an alien race called the Amdola. Devo Polan's new commission in the Terran fleet exposes him to bigotry and treachery, and he comes to realize that sometimes political and military maneuvering are one and the same.